What is up, guys? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are the Hardig family and my name is Ashley. I was not feeling very good this morning, but I am feeling better now and I've got the YouTube video up for today. So today's video is just chill and relaxing, and I'm going to be showing you guys how we clean and pick up our 40-foot fifth wheel camper. It's a Heartland Milestone 370 FLMB. And we have been living in it for 1 month now, and I just want to talk and chat and be honest about how things have been going for us. But before we get into the video, make sure you guys are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Our life feels like it is never boring, and we've always got something going on, some decision to make or adventure to take, and I have loved sharing everything with you guys on Instagram, TikTok, and here on YouTube as of lately. And I post twice a week, so make sure you guys follow along on this adventure. As the kids get older, I feel like our schedules are only picking up and getting busier, and we've just got so much ahead of us. So let's get into this video. I'm cleaning our front living room. We have a really neat layout of our camper. It really feels like a house, which is something that we've loved. But of course, it's not a house. It's more like a small apartment. So it gets dirty really fast. I mean, everything that the kids eat, it gets in the camper at some point. So we've really got to do a good job of cleaning up. Oh, I'm just showing you guys Guess Who. We recently got that game and Riker absolutely loves it. But I finished up our living room. It is a smaller space, so it doesn't take as long. It's just that you have to pick up more often, if that makes sense. So this is our only spot that we eat at inside the camper. So of course this gets very dirty all the time. If you're in a house, you might be eating at different tables, or maybe you do eat in the living room because you have a table in there. I don't know, but we do have to pick up quite often just to make sure that our living space isn't too cluttered. So we are currently living in Florida, and the weather here is still very warm. We do spend a lot of time outdoors, which is really nice. We go to the beach almost every day, and overall it's not quite fall for us yet. So we are going to be doing some baking today. I surprised Riker with these pumpkin cookies. He absolutely loves Halloween, like obsessed with it, and rightfully so. I love Halloween as well. So we are going to bake those cookies here in a little bit, but we are holding off on decorating for fall and Halloween until October, and then we'll go all out with a few decorations that we brought and have underneath the camper with us. So now Derek and I are going to tag team the kitchen, and he usually does a lot of the dishes and I just do a lot of general pickup, and I feel like that's been working really well for us. I will be honest though, my biggest struggle has been the clutter and how messy things get so fast. So just with everybody in a small space, you can really just see the mess and you live with the mess. It's not like you can just go to a different room. It's like right there in front of you. So I have struggled a little bit with that, but all in all, it's definitely manageable. And camper living, it just takes a really specific type of person, I think. It's not for everybody, and especially for us, it's only part-time or until we get a house. So there's a lot of comfort knowing that I'm gonna be back in a house someday, and this is something that's temporary, and it's really just helping us experience a life of adventure, which is something we've always wanted to do, and I would totally have regretted not trying this later on in life. So now Riker is up here. We call this the playroom. It's basically just a little loft where we keep a lot of their toys, and a place that Riker can go to when he wants some alone time, because Presley doesn't go up there too often. But I will say that one of the biggest things that's made me feel guilty about moving our family into a camper is Riker loved our house. He misses being in a house. He talks about it. He's fine with the camper. It's not really a big deal. I just am probably feeling too guilty when I really don't need to be, because we are all happier than ever. Like, we absolutely love being together as a family. We do so many fun things, which I put here on YouTube and you guys can see. It's really, really awesome, but there's definitely things that we're struggling with, and that is okay. It's okay for me to not like certain aspects. It's okay for some of us to like it more than others, or vice versa. And ultimately, we're just making the best of everything and living our life to the fullest. So Riker finished cleaning the room, and I noticed that I need a vacuum. I forgot to bring one with me. So I actually ordered this handheld vacuum off of Amazon today, and it'll be here in 2 days. So if you want to get it, this is what it's called, and I will be using that up in the playroom as soon as I get it. So as you may have noticed, we do not have a dishwasher here in our camper, and believe it or not, I don't mind doing dishes. I mentioned that Derek does it, but I should be more specific. Derek does all the large dishes, like the pots, pans, the stove behind me comes off, which Derek will be cleaning later, but I don't mind washing and drying all the dishes that we use on the daily. It's kind of relaxing for me. So since Riker cleaned up his playroom, we are going to bake our cookies. They have these cute little glasses on the back that you can cut out. So I'll be doing that here in a little bit, but I had Riker wash his hands before we made our cookies, and he does a really good job. He is the best helper. He absolutely loves getting a job and then completing it. He's really good about it too, so I let him do this all by himself. So during this entire cleaning period, it took us about an hour, just like an hour quick clean of the camper. Presley was napping, so that's why you don't see her in this video. But Presley has adjusted very well to the camper. I don't think she cares or notices a difference at all. She is 2 years old, just a little over 2 years old, and she loves it. She loves it so much. So I have not felt any guilt with her. She specifically really enjoyed going swimming at all the pools at the RV resorts that we've been staying at. And also, she is getting really good at dancing and doing gymnastics. So when we do get settled in the area that we want to be in for a while, I'm really excited to get her into some dance classes. Before I put our cookies in the oven, I decided to clean the stove. I love cooking, and we cook a lot at home, so this stove is definitely getting its use in. It gets super dirty. It's a smaller size stove than an average house one. That has been a struggle because we are a family of 4 and we usually eat leftovers. So you can't cook a whole lot of stuff at one time or use super big pans. You might notice my cookie sheet is actually pretty small because our oven is not the regular size as a house oven, but it still does the job and everything cooks really well. I mentioned earlier how I love being together as a family, and I do. I wouldn't trade it for the world. But we spend so much time together that sometimes we can get on each other's nerves. We can, I don't know if there's such thing as too much time together, but you can see Riker was just on the counter unrolling the paper towels, and I've definitely learned to just chill about being so uptight about things like that. You know, he might get bored sometimes, or he might get tired of me, and I don't want to be that mom that just says no all the time. Derek and I are very free type of parenting. We just let the kids learn and experience life, and we try not to say no very often to them because I don't want them to hear that growing up so often. No, no, no. You know, we just want to be the parents that tell them, yes, do this, do that, and just teach them right from wrong. So now we're finishing up in the kitchen. The last thing that I'm doing is sweeping, and Derek got some pretty good shots of me doing that. And again, I really need to get a vacuum. We don't have a lot of carpet in here, but that little mini vacuum that I got, I'll be able to use under the kitchen table because that has never been vacuumed yet. And I usually just try and sweep it off, but that's not working anymore. Now we're gonna move into our bedroom. This room gets the most cluttered because we don't live in here very often. We pretty much just sleep in here and get ready in here. So clothes and stuff will really stack up. So we try to go in there every few days and just completely put everything away, reorganize. We have to make sure that the clothes that we have in our closet are the clothes that we wear because we don't have a lot of closet space. Although I do think we have more than the average camper. All these drawers fit a ton of my clothing, and I really feel like I didn't have to cut down a lot when we moved into the camper. And if you know me, especially on Instagram, y'all know I love clothes, I love fashion, I love getting new things and keeping up with trends. So that hasn't been too much of a struggle for us. Our bed also opens up, but we can have a ton of things underneath our bed for storage, and that works really well for us. So I'm kind of trying to figure out how to get everything to fit in here. I have started getting out some fall clothes, and I kind of need to just put away my summer clothes so that I can make room for more fall type of clothing.
What's up, guys? It is Derek. Since we moved into the camper, I have absolutely loved it. I'm a very outdoorsy dude and love the minimal lifestyle. It is definitely more of a challenge with the kids, but we are rising to it and learning a ton right now. As a family, we are constantly growing in ways that we wouldn't be able to in a traditional home. So that's how I feel. Let's see what Riker and Presley have to say about it. Presley, how do you feel about the camper?
I don't play a camper too much.
You do?
Yeah.
Aw, so sweet. And Riker, what do you think about the camper?
I just don't like it because I want a house.
You want a house? You like a house better?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I like to go to big hills and soar.
Explore.
Mountains.
Oh, explore mountains. So you like going on adventures?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Is that it? Mm-hmm.
No, a playroom.
Oh, you want a bigger playroom? Yeah, you want a bigger playroom.
Alright guys, I am back. Now that you got to hear from everybody's perspective, I kind of burnt the cookies. I forgot that I had them in there. The bottoms got a little bit black, but they were still good. A little crunchy is all. So we are all done picking up. The only room you guys didn't see today was the kids' room, and that's because Presley was still napping in there. And she got up shortly after I made this coffee. Once we were all done, we all cuddled up on the couch together and watched a movie because, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I wasn't feeling very great today, but I did get this video up, which I'm really proud of myself. I feel like Supermom some days, and other days I just need to rest. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and please subscribe to our channel so you guys don't miss anything. I'm going to start following the pattern of doing at home with the Hardig type of videos on Sundays, and then posting our adventures and a little bit more about our life outside of the camper on Thursdays. I also wanted to say that when we decided to do this camper life, everybody says that if your marriage can make it through living in a camper together, you guys can make it through anything. And after a month, I definitely would give that advice to anybody. I think it's so true. Derek and I have been through so much together, and this is really just another thing that we can check off of our bucket list. We're working together on pretty much everything, so we're growing stronger, we're learning new things, and ultimately, this is just a fun adventure for us. Whatever the next step may be, we're excited and we're so happy to have you guys here with us.